Yeah.
Defend your property.
It's live streaming now.
Okay, great.
So hello everybody, today is Tuesday the 18th of October 2022. I'm with Anthony Badaloo, the emergency lifesaver. So what's happened is I've been busy trying to get something in my hand that will say that the bailiffs are not coming tomorrow to evict me, and I've tried everything from going to the Romford County Court and finding out how these bailiffs turned up at my door whilst the matter was in Central London County Court. They couldn't explain. I was being dealt with by a security guard. He could not explain why I was not allowed to speak to any staff. He was passing messages from the office. The office closes at 2. The telephones are not answered. The telephone numbers have changed. And so I was there for about 2.5 hours, but they sent my application to dismiss the claim over. No, I sent it over to Romford so that they have it. And then I thought that didn't cover the stay of the eviction for tomorrow, so that I'd fill out another application form for that. And then I realized that I got an email straight away from Central London County Court to say that they're having a possession hearing at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Well, I won't be going there because I've got to protect my house, as Anthony's advised me, that they often send you to a court hearing and they steal your house while you're away.
Well, that's what happened to me. I was in the same, where was I? Central London Court, the same one. So what it is, your court is Romford, yeah? Your local court.
Yeah.
And they're sending it to Central London, which they're not allowed to do. Must be in your local court. And you'll be so far away, yeah? When you come back, you can't get in. They'll put metal door on your house and all these things.
Yeah.
So you went there today, right?
Yeah.
Since 2018, you made a request. They took another house, your previous home, Peel Drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then since 2018, they haven't answered your request for a file view and to get the case management. So you went there today to chase up the other one, the second one, where they're threatening to take your home again. And they told you to make an application for a stay or something, but they didn't give you case management or let you see the court file or give you the warrant, right? So
or give me the name of these people that came on the
ID of this man who said he was the bailiff. So they coerced you kind of to make an application, which you did, which you made an application for a stay of execution. And in the Romford court, we were physical, and then you had an email from London saying you have a possession tomorrow.
Yeah, so
isn't that amazing? So they can reply to you in. They can reply to you in 5 minutes when you make a claim, an application, but you've made this request to see the documents from 2018, and they still can't supply you nothing yet.
And I wanted a stay of eviction, and they treated my stay of eviction as a possession. How's that? A possession hearing is not the stay of eviction hearing.
Yeah, and a possession hearing means the claimant is claiming. You're not claiming possession.
Not claiming
the claimant,
possession.
It's just, yeah.
I'm already.
You already got possession. It's your house.
You know, it's funny how they can backtrack really fast when they're trying to manipulate you and ring fence you and put you in the slaughterhouse and throw the guillotine down. you know, they can move really fast, but I think they're passing the buck. It's criminal liability. They're passing the buck. That's all I can say is that Romford County Court, I was in the building. That's where the bailiffs come from. And I was in a conversation with Walker Morris.
I know.
They said
they want to send you to central London.
All the courts use the bailiffs in Romford. All of them. The whole of like the area. That's what's shocking about Romford.
Far and wide. East London thugs. The Eastern boys and the Western girls thugs. So this is Neelu, we drafted a document. Shall we share it on the screen and just go through it, let people see what is going on? And of course, any police officer watching this, you know, you can assist. You have to make an arrest or something. Don't let this lady be thrown on the street again one more time.
The police are totally criminal networks, partly hijacked. Police are hijacked, the courts are hijacked.
They seem to do a good job, but when it comes to fake warrants, I've never seen them arrest anybody at all for fake warrants. And the biggest crime in this country by a long mile is fake warrants. People doing crime and saying they have a warrant.
How can a policeman say it's a civil matter when they're trying to steal your house?
Because they're lying.
They're lying. They're criminals.
Someone smashing your door in and it's, I have a letter personally from Cressida Dick. She tells me it's a civil matter and there's about 50 police coming to my house. Wow. So that means it's an admission, Neelu, of a crime.
54 police came.
By saying it's a civil matter, they're not supposed to be helping.
Breach of the peace.
Let's pull this doc. Where is it? I can't even find it. I'll try. I'll open it first.
So I'll just give the details whilst you're doing that.
It's okay. So we get it. We get it.
I'm inviting anyone close to 450.
Here we go.
New North Road, IG6 3EB, to come at 9 a.m. tomorrow, the Wednesday, the 19th of October.
Yeah, there's the address on this document.
At 9 a.m.
Post this on Facebook. This document. This is a crazy document, Neelu.
Yeah, sure.
So here you are saying to the addressee only, yeah?
Yeah.
You're only addressing it to the court manager.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing, they did it with you today. They try to scam you, so they pass it to a judge.
Yeah.
A judge has no jurisdiction on the administration of the court, and as a matter of serious crime for the judge to interfere in the administration. We recently had a Judge Lee, it's in the papers and everything, Ley, went in the computer case management record in the Nottinghamshire County Court, and he was escorted out by the police. That's how serious a crime it is. So here is the case number that they're talking about. They didn't pay the fee, nothing, it's a fake case. But also the other one, which you're going to put in here, the other one where they took your house already. So it's a notice. We don't do letters, we only do notices. And we demand the opposition to supply certain things which constitute their claim. And if they can't supply it, that means they don't really have a claim. So dear court manager, thank you for your lightning fast response. Where are we getting a lightning fast response to anything nowadays? For the stay of alleged eviction proceedings and execution of an alleged further warrant, which was referenced by an unidentified man claiming to have been an appointed county court bailiff. So a bailiff can't be just a bailiff, he has to be appointed. Only one bailiff is appointed. His insurance covers the matter. So all the other people who come are not bailiffs, even if they're a bailiff normally. They're not a bailiff on the case. They're just coming to confuse people and to make drama.
Yeah.
I've been so kind as to as to set a trial date for tomorrow, the 19th of October. So it's lightning quick. Woo! You made your request to see the, 3 years ago, and they can't answer, and now they setting a hearing. They thought, wow, yeah, let's get her down here. You can leave the key, Neelu, when you go to Central London. Unfortunately, we are a vulnerable family and receive violent threat against ourselves at the same time. And we have to be present to defend our house and belongings as the law provides. So the law provides you to defend your property.
Yeah.
And to assist the police on the crime reference CAD number, blah blah, to arrest the unidentified scammer who claimed to be an appointed county court bailiff with an authentic warrant to execute, which is totally untrue.
Yeah.
We are fully aware that even with an authentic warrant, a bailiff cannot lawfully force entry, and the police cannot assist a bailiff as per the recent case of R. v. Robert White. It's a big one. It's a big one. Even if they got a proper warrant, which they don't, they cannot force entry by law. Yeah, and the police cannot assist them by law, by unlaw, unlawful. They do all kinds of things. But this is a very recent case, so we've used it on a few cases, and it seems to be the police are backing off, and they didn't come out on your last attempt, Neelu, on the 26th of September.
Exactly.
The police didn't come out. So this is for people to know in this repossession era. Once you start to quote Robert White, it seems like the police are listening carefully, because the case law also says you can claim on their insurance. It's always been the case, but it's now in the case law recent times. So people are asking for the insurance like crazy at the moment. Not the public liability that they give, that wishy-washy one. They have a directors and managers insurance. That's the one. So get back to the letter. The notice. Furthermore, we have had a previous experience on the 20th of July 2018, where we made a request via post, email, and resolver for the purported warrant, which was allegedly executed, along with a file view and caseman printout sections 1, 2, and 3, which must be granted within 72 hours. Despite follow-up, nothing materialized, and now the same scam is being repeated as per Scambuster TV exposure. And that one is the one where the Attorney General claimed to have prosecuted you and can't produce the prosecution, Neelu.
Yeah.
So I therefore require of you to reschedule the trial for the 18th of the 10th, 2022 into the Romford County Court, as Central London is not local to me. They must do it in your local court, yeah?
Yeah.
And supply me with the material. Let's just highlight this in black. And supply me with the material on which the case is based, as I have never been served with any proceedings issued by the County Court of Romford, nor any other court of record. So the court of record, that one word, record, a court is a tennis court, yeah? A basketball court. When a court of law is a court of record. So when you stick this one word in there, it's very, very important, because if it's not a court of record, the documents are just recycled paper, like the CPS papers. They're just some recycled papers, because they belong in the recycling bin. So a court of record is the only court that is recognized and issue orders. That's why they can't seal the order. They put a button stamp, because if they put a proper seal on a false paper, That's 7 years imprisonment, straight up. So these button stamps are not court seals. So here we go.
They're printed,
I
aren't
attach a list of items.
they?
Huh?
They're not stamped.
I request a list.
They're
No, it's a button stamp. It's not a court seal.
It's a,
I have a court seal from the High Court, and on the seal it says this order and copies of it are not valid without the embossed seal. That's a proper seal. Yeah, it means something. Anyway, I attach a list of items which I requested and which either does not exist or is being concealed, and without which a fair trial cannot take place, and which will, based on the evidence, lead to criminal proceedings pursuant to Section 135 of the County Court Act 1984. 7 years jail for fabricating court proceedings, the process of the court. You know, that's the warrant, from the warrant, the application, the case management, the fee paid.
we've lost a connection with that. We lost you there after fee paid. We lost the connection.
I've got a very dodgy connection. I'm running on a mobile phone Wi-Fi. So, are we back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, all right.
After you said fee paid, I didn't catch what you said.
No, I'm saying it's. Are you hearing me okay now?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, people get obsessed about the warrant or the order or whatever. Anybody can make up a paper.
Yeah.
So it's not documents. We're saying the proceedings, the whole process, from the warrant, the seal. When did you make the application for the warrant? Where is the case management for the warrant? Where is the certificate of service? Where is the fee, the receipt that you paid? The receipt has about 12 credentials on it. So when they have a little thing on the paper says fee paid, that's not a receipt. Or when the judge says if the fee wasn't paid, the case couldn't be issued, the judge is abusing his legal sophistry. It's rubbish. If the fee wasn't paid, all these documents are counterfeit. That's the answer to it. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I see many people tricked into that. In case you're unwilling to comply with this notice and demand, state the reason. Implied admission by the absence of a response. This is a big one, you know? If you don't respond, you're admitting to guilt. And you put this when, Neelu? 2018, July.
Yeah.
This notice and demand will be used in evidence. Kind regards. CC to whom it may concern. All rights reserved. And that's your address. Yeah. So here is a list of the documents we're requesting, because you cannot have a trial without the material on which you're being tried. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not giving legal advice or whatever. I'm giving common sense, yeah? And I'm investigating fraud.
This is forensic auditing of proper administration processes in the courts, isn't it?
Right. When you have all these things, they can't produce case management. That is a fundamental defect. Fundamental defect means it's broken. It's not a case. It's what in their language they call a nullity. It's basically, in my language, bullshit. So items required for file for each case number. So you have 2 case number and you got couple of warrant numbers, yeah?
Yeah.
A file view. You're entitled to walk into the court without notice and look at the file. Lawyers and barristers are doing it all the time.
Really? Without notice?
Now, without notice.
I didn't know that.
You just walk in. The court is like the park. You just walk in.
Oh.
So when they're saying you have to make appointment, it's all bullshit, you know? But even if sometimes they don't have the file on site, so it might be in the archive or something, they allow that 72 hours to retrieve it, maximum 72 hours, because it's, you know, people can go to jail, you can lose your home. You want, somebody said they have a court case against you and a warrant and this and that, and you say, I want to go and have a look at it, and 3 years then they can't show you. That
Yeah.
means what? Well, why don't they delay these criminals coming to your house for 3 years?
Yeah.
The case management. So the case management is the computer record. It has 3 sections. They show different things, but very important. Section 3 shows the fees. And if they don't pay a fee, there is no case. In my own case, it said no fees paid. Simple. Game over. The particulars of claim, well, you don't, you know, the statutory receipt for the court fee paid showing all credentials, no substitute. Yeah? No substitute, no answer, no explanation. We just want the receipt. If I don't file a receipt with the taxman, I'm in trouble. Tax evasion, money laundering, whatever. But most importantly, fabricating a case and claiming the court fees from the victim when they never paid it. And can you imagine how many cases Walker Morris is doing like this? It's unbelievable. And now we come the warrant. So you're gonna have a trial on this. So you want the item, so you have to be specified, not too many things, but the key things to keep it simple. And they can't produce. Regarding the warrant, yeah? Before you can get a warrant, you have to make an application, which in their language they call a request for warrant. They have to apply, they have to file it, they have to swear an affidavit that they're telling the truth, like Donald Trump. To pay a fee, ha ha ha, and it's all going to be logged in the computer. And you're going to be served an office copy of the original warrant which was executed against each lawful occupier. Each occupier, Neelu, because at the time you had Edward, I believe, was in your house, who is a former solicitor. You have your son. I think Patrick was with you at the time. So how can they put all these people out and they don't have nothing, no case against them? It's a full, you know. Also your goods, they took your goods. They must have a statutory inventory. They call this statute TIGA, Tort and Interference with Goods Act.
Just lost Anthony there again. He's having connection problems. He'll be back in a minute. So yeah, so they're still coming tomorrow. I couldn't get them to say they're not coming, and they want me in the court instead of being here, but I'm going to be at the house. Obviously, this is Anthony's full disclosure list of full disclosure items that they must provide to me before they can get me in the court to do a possession. Oh, we lost Anthony there. They've turned my application to stay the eviction tomorrow as an application for possession for the bank. They've spun it around, which is a fraud by the bank, by the court, fraud, a possession fraud. So obviously they've, this administrator has hijacked the court. Just hope Anthony joins us again, but I can't stop recording, can I? Can I pause? Just says stop the live stream. I think we finished the letter, so really, really shows how they all work together. The reason why I think it's happening in the Central London County Court is because the Romford County Court only has a district judge, whereas the Central London has a circuit judge, and it's Judge Dite who's dealing with this case, and I think the file has got transferred to Central London. So how Romford is going to explain how these guys turned up last time, and how Romford is saying they can't stop them coming tomorrow, and how Central London's making me think it's to stop the eviction tomorrow, but it's actually to speed up the possession without dealing with my application to dismiss the claim on grounds, 21 grounds of banking frauds against my late sister, my late dad, myself, and I'm sorry I can't do the chat, so I will try and respond to the chat afterwards. And Anthony's probably not getting a connection, so me and some friends went to the court today to try and sort it out, and these were the things that I've asked for from the court. I don't know if this is the right way up. The full disclosure of the warrant that was executed on the 26th of September, the warrant to be executed tomorrow, HMCTS badge IDs for the appointed bailiffs on the 12th of September, who served the first notice of eviction on the 26th of September when the 5 men came and trespassed and caused alarm, distress, harassment, intimidation, and on the 3rd of October when one of the men from a week earlier came and gave a second notice of eviction for tomorrow, Wednesday, the 19th of October. So I think I'll just hang up now. So I hope that as many friends of mine can come and support me tomorrow at 450 New North Road, IG63EB, Hainault, Essex. Nearest underground station is called Hainault, and it's on the Central Line. It is eastbound, any train to Hainault via Newbury Park, and the buses is 150 or 247, and yeah, 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm hoping that people will come, and we're going to, if these guys turn up, we'll have to question them, ask them to show the warrants, show their HMCTS badges, have to prove that they're appointed to do this, named on the warrant, and we've had no full disclosure about these proceedings, so they can't start doing things the wrong way around without proper procedures. So yeah, that's it really. That was my hand application. I just did it by hand, roughly. You know, just describing what had happened. Don't know if this is the wrong way around, but yeah, it's been turned around against me. I'm just saying that what's wrong with me and I'm not well and all that. But you know, all I wanted was a piece of paper to say, oh, sorry, love, we made a mistake. You're sorry about coming last time. We won't come tomorrow. You know, if they were honourable, but nobody, not in the Romford County Court, not in the Central London County Court, nobody's acting honourably. They're all really just milking the crimes against me, milking these bits of paper. They're making tens of thousands of pounds processing this bit of paper. And yet I can't have a piece of paper that says, sorry, love, you're an old woman, you're not well, we'll leave you alone. You know, we'll find something better to do, like convicting some pedophiles, you know, some real serious child traffickers that are hiding in public places. Anyway, so sorry about this. I'm on my own, and Anthony's not come back, but thanks to everyone for supporting me up till now. I've had a lot of support And it's your prayers. If you can't make it, your prayers will count. Just pray to the skies. Let's get rid of this hell off this earth, shoo it away, and let's have proper peace and prosperity on this planet. I mean, what's a house? It's just a roof. The bricks were built 100 years ago. They're worthless. They didn't even pay for these bricks then. They used to get them on ships from all over the world for free. You know, how can they say a house that was worth £1,000 is now worth £300,000? How's that possible that the bricks have gone up that much? It's ridiculous. Okay, bye for now. Bye. Oh, and I have got friends who've offered to pay. I've got some large amount of money being offered to the bank, but it's the solicitor wasn't. My solicitor wrote an email yesterday to say, you know, let's arrange some funds. And the Walker Morris solicitor, who's Robert James Payne, wrote back to say to my solicitor, oh, you're not on the record for acting, but he's not acting for my late sister, he's acting for me. And I am a beneficiary, and I, as a sister, I can appoint my own solicitors, and Walker Morris does not need to say they have to be on the court file because I'm not part of the proceedings. So they know all the tricks of the trade. There are about 1 million tricks they will play on you, and they always win. That's the thing, is that now it's becoming so obvious that they're all criminal mindsets, every single stage, that they're opportunists. They are milking people, the crimes against us, these public servants, even the police today. I told him, I said, you're an organized criminal, because he's saying it's a civil matter. Stealing a house is not a civil matter. Causing 40 suicides in people who've lost their businesses and their homes is not a civil matter. So, yeah, this has to stop. So tomorrow we're going to call 999. Anyone who wants to call 999, call 999 and get arrests done. Lloyds Banking Group, Walker Morris LLP, even the regulatory authorities have criminal liabilities in this, because I've written to the Solicitors Regulatory Authority, I've written to Financial Ombudsman, Legal Ombudsman Service, sorry. FCA is aware, and they don't care. Nobody cares. The regulators only regulate the professionals who are complained about by their clients, which means, so for example, they use imposters like Callum Davies and Alan McLean are pretending to be the solicitors, and they're not. So they're not covered. Anything they do, the regulators can't touch them. So you have the imposters being the frontliners who are no liability, doing the crimes, and then you've got the solicitor who's hiding, who doesn't put his name on the file, on the court file. He's nowhere. There's no record of him anywhere that he's running the show. So when the bailiffs have done everything without any paperwork, without any identities, without any court processes, without any fees being paid, there's no audit trail. So Anthony has this way of getting to the audit trail, starting from A, not starting from Z. So when they're committing frauds, he goes to base with the frauds. They commit hundreds of frauds, and it's harder to get them further up the road than when you start. No fee paid, no VAT receipt, and that's it. Okay, thanks for watching, and hope to see some of you tomorrow, or I'll be waiting for your prayers. Okay, bye.